Hi, you guys. Welcome to phase 2, where we learn all about how to grow your team. All right, so the first video we're going to talk about is attraction marketing. I chose this topic first because I think this really lays a foundation for what it is that we even do. So we are going beyond the sharing our link a few times here and there with family and friends, and now we're getting intentional about actually growing our team and adding customers to our team, okay? So what is attraction marketing? Well, attraction marketing is what draws people to your brand or your products or your service. And it happens by understanding the problems or the pain points of your ideal customer, okay? And then you're gonna make an emotional connection. And you do this by sharing your story and ways that the product has improved your life. You're gonna get vulnerable and you're gonna make those connections with them. Most sales or most buying decisions are actually based off of emotion. And so the sooner you build an emotional connection, the quicker they will buy, okay? So let's talk about how to do it. So that was what attraction marketing is. Now I want to give you 5 steps for how to really do this, how to pull this off. So the first step is you're going to know your audience. Take some time to really think about your ideal customer. Now, spoiler alert, the ideal customer that you are going to sell to is you. You are actually your ideal customer because you know yourself the most. You know how these products have helped you the most, or how this business is helping your family the most, right? You have the front row seat to your own story. And so when you share those things with your audience, they will be able to see how authentic you're being. And so think about yourself when you are thinking about your ideal customer. Your ideal customer is probably similar in age or season of life as you. So if you're someone that has young kids, your ideal customer, the people that you're probably going to sell to, are other moms with young kids. If you are someone who has grown children and maybe you're an empty nester and not quite into grandmotherhood yet, that is your ideal customer. Maybe you are a grandmother and your grandchildren are your world, and you are going through menopause and there's some other, whatever season that is your ideal customer. Maybe you're in college and you're like, I don't even have children or grandchildren. And what's menopause? Well, don't worry, you'll learn soon enough. But that is your ideal customer, okay? So you are essentially your ideal customer. You know the pain points that you're struggling with. So for me, right now in this season of life, I have 4 kids ranging from 12 down to 4. And so those are the problems that I am selling solutions for, to the things that my kids are experiencing and to the things that I am experiencing. I can also help the customer who is a mother with little kids, because I've been there recently, right? I just exited the baby and toddler season. And so I could also help them. But really think about your ideal customer. What is it that they struggle with? What do they need help with? When you know that and you have that sort of avatar created, then you know who you're selling to, okay? Number 2, choose one channel. You can post to Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and all the things, but it's going to feel exhausting, okay? So really hone in on what channel you want to use. And this kind of goes back to your ideal customer. Where is your ideal customer at, okay? Based on age or season of life, your ideal customer is maybe on 1 or 2 social media platforms more than the other ones. So for me, a lot of my ideal customers are on Instagram, but I'm finding out a lot of them are actually on Facebook. We have kids, our kids are in school, and we have 3rd grade moms and 5th grade moms Facebook groups, right? Or you have neighborhood Facebook groups. And so you're actually on Facebook. And so I have actually shifted a little bit, and now Facebook is one of my priorities alongside of Instagram. So pick a channel, 2 at max, that you're gonna really focus on to present your story, to get to know your ideal customers, and to sell, okay? Number 3 is tell the story. This is where you are going to be emotional and vulnerable. And I'm not saying emotional like cry, but you are going to break some walls down and you're going to make that emotional connection with your ideal customers, right? With your followers and your friends on your social media, or even in real life as you're having conversations. And that's what's going to build connection. That's going to build that emotional connection and trust which is what produces a sale. And so it can be simple as telling a story about the crazy morning you had and how you are applying CBD Calm to help you just ground yourself because the morning before school was just wild, right? You can tell a story about how you've got a child who's having night terrors and here's what you're using. You can tell a story about how you're going through a hard season emotionally with postpartum or whatever. Or maybe you moved to a new city and you're like processing some things or grief or whatever it is for you. Or maybe you use products in your exercise routine and some of these products have just really changed the way that you've been able to work out and then even recover from your workout, right? Just the other day, my friend Lindy Goodman, a platinum on our team, told me her amazing testimony story about how when she was training for a marathon, she would take a Super B and a Nitro and a Ningxia before her long runs. And she felt like she was able to accomplish so much more during that long run period. So I took a Super B and a Ningxia. I didn't have any Nitro before my workout. And she was right. It totally changed the way I was able to lift with much more just energy. Rather than showing up at the gym in the morning exhausted. So all that to say, right, you're telling your stories or stories of a friend. You can even share other people's stories, but those stories are where people connect. Okay. Then you're going to start offering solutions. I was struggling to show up at the gym and be able to feel like I had energy to give at a 6 a.m. workout. So I took a Super B and a Ningxia, and I felt like I could lift so much more than the normal average day where I was dragging butt, right? So tell your story, offer a solution. I was struggling during postpartum. That's what actually led me to Young Living. I started using Valor and Joy and frankincense, and I was able to whatever, blah, 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 right? So you tell your story, you offer your solution, and that's how they see, oh my goodness, it worked for her. It might work for me too. And then you're going to engage with your audience. And on social media, this looks like offering a poll or a question box, or have you experienced this too? Or whatever that is, but you're going to ask for engagement and then really communicate back and forth with them. So those are the 5 steps to practicing, this attraction marketing. And the last one I want to add is sort of an all-encompassing is I really want you to be reflective in who you are as you grow your business. This is a time where you get to set the stage for the type of community you want to create. If you want a community full of negative, complaining, pessimistic people, then that's how you should show up online, okay? There's a way to be vulnerable and share our hard stuff without being negative and complaining and pessimistic. We can do it still in a positive light. And think about that. Think about the type of team and the type of group and community you want to create. And then it's your job to sort of set the stage and emulate that, okay? And so really focus on, as you're showing up, as you're posting and making stories and reels and going live and having conversation in real life, you get to be the person who sets the stage for the type of people you are going to attract. It's attraction marketing, and you get to attract people who are likely just like you. So enjoy figuring out that avatar, come up with your ideal customer, then kind of really hone in on which social media platform are you going to use, 1 to 2 max. Then really start jotting down, brainstorm some ways that these products are helping you or why you're using these products for X, Y, and Z, right? Collagen for my wrinkles or whatever. And then write down the solutions and then get ready to engage with your audience. Okay? All right.